Hey everybody, it's been a while since we posted a video, so I figured I'm due. I keep getting on my friends' cases about not posting up videos, and here it's been a few months since I've posted one, so I'll stop being a hypocrite. So, as far as the sump goes and the under the stand, nothing's really changed. Uh, Still running filter socks into I believe it's a Kone S5 or Kone S7 skimmer. The skimmer's rated for 260 gallons, so it's the tank is 240, and I figure I got about 20 gallons in the sump, so I'm right there at the limits. I may have to upgrade to a larger skimmer, which really doesn't hurt my feelings too terribly. I'm still running the UV. I discovered that I was underflowing. I didn't have enough water flowing through the skimmer, or through the UV. I think I was only running about 121 gallons, and it actually, for parasites and things like that, I believe it maxes out at like 257 gallons per hour, and I was only running like 120. However, for things like algae and things like that and bacterial blooms, I need to be like 500 gallons an hour. So I'm gonna order a new pump for that, one that's DC. I'm probably gonna get another Reef Octopus pump and put it in there. That way, if I suspect any kind of parasites, I can reduce the speed. If I'm having algae blooms or bacterial blooms going on in the tank or in the sump, I can increase the flow to better manage that. The next chamber is still the same. It's a heater, and I've got my BRS dual reactor, and I've come to the realization that my reactors are too small. I believe they're rated up to 150 gallons, so I will be down the road ordering up. I'll either order something from BRS, or I'll go to the local plumbing supply and see if there's something that we can build with what they have locally. I would rather send my business to small local businesses than out of town or out of state businesses. And of course, we still got the two return pumps running. Each pump's pumping about 500 gallons plus, so I'm moving 1,000 gallons through the aquarium, through the sump, and back to the aquarium. So, been using the Trident. I've been chasing numbers, and I've decided that I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm just gonna straight up pick a level and do my best to maintain that level. I don't think in the last video I had the dosing containers. I picked up these two 5-gallon dosing containers from Trigger Systems. They were in their blemish section. I want to say they were like $50 a piece. So if you're looking for ATO reservoirs or containers that you can use for dosing, take a look at on their website. I believe they have a link that takes you directly to their blemishes. Mine had a couple of little scratches that I guess they couldn't buff out, and I'm like, I really don't care. I'll take 2 of them, please. And like I said, if I remember right, I think they were like $50 a pop. And normally they go for closer to 100, so that was a great deal. So we'll get onto the aquarium now. I've got I've got 3 corals in the tank now. I've got a couple of Zoas and some GSP. As you can see, I've got the Apex par meter probe in the tank. I've been taking readings throughout the tank to dial that in. What I was hoping to do is I watched the BRS videos on the Worldwide Corals tank setups and their parameters, and I was trying to match that, but that's just, you know, I don't have any sticks in the tank, so I really don't need, you know, 200 to 350 par in the tank. I'm thinking it's probably going to be mostly softies and stuff like that, and Zoas. So so there's the ugly. I've got some diatoms, or what I call them, dino farts, dinoflagellates, or whatever. Bacterial blooms, and it's funny because when the lights are low, the stuff dies off, goes away. As the lights ramp up, you start seeing the brown patches showing up in the gravel. So the first thing I did to combat that was I increased my flow. And my sand was blowing all over the aquarium, so I picked up some crushed coral and mixed it in with the sand to kind of at least keep something over the bottom of the tank, so that you're not looking at the bottom of the tank is PVC, it's black. So, you know, I didn't want to see that with having sand in the tank, so I had to figure out a way, and my solution was throw some crushed coral down. Fish wise, I don't know if you're getting a good view of this blonde Naso tang. I got him local. When I say local, the shop that I shop at that I buy from is about 45 minutes to an hour away. But I got a super deal on this Naso tang. He's already starting to grow streamers. I would say he's probably in the 7-inch, maybe a little bigger range. Super easy going, super mellow fish. He loves his algae. I've had him in this tank for 2 weeks now, and he's starting to eat the frozen food that I prepare. But he loves his algae strips, algae and seaweed. He tears them up off the clips. So fish wise, everybody's doing well. These 3 corals over here are slowly growing, slowly spreading out. I took a trip to Dallas the other week, well, about a month ago, and that whitish looking, that used to be a Hollywood stunner, and it measures about 4 inches across and about almost a foot long from end to end. And I thought it would be a good idea to spot feed it, and so I loaded up my little turkey baster thingamabob and tried hitting it with some what was it, Red Sea AB Plus. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. It killed it. So learning experiences. I hate killing stuff, and if I do kill something, I look for every possible lesson that could be learned as a result. And the lesson I learned with that is don't spot feed it. You know, just mix it. I mix it in with the food, so when I feed it, it just broadcast feeds. Everything in the tank gets an opportunity to get at the food. So, but that's the 240. Like I said, I mean, fish wise, we're doing good. Coral wise, I'm still working on it. I placed an order last night. It's like Dr. Tim's, but I don't think it is Dr. Tim's. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Vibrant, I think, is what it's called. But it's supposed to take care of algae and bacterial blooms. So when that arrives, we'll get started on dosing it per the instructions, and I'll keep everybody updated on how it's going. The 50-gallon, I've got cyano going on in the tank, and I'm not really pleased with that. I don't have a UV on it. That'll be down the road. I'll get a UV sterilizer for it, but I'll also treat this tank with the Vibrant when it gets here. In this tank, I've got a really pretty rainbow anemone, a couple of shrimp, a couple of snails, a couple of crabs. I got a 6-line. Yesterday, I picked up, or actually not yesterday, but Tuesday, I picked up a pair of pyramid butterfly fish. There's one up there. Now, the shop that I bought them from said that the supplier has had them in his possession for several weeks, and so the shop owner, when they came in, he put them in his display tanks, and I came and picked them up and I put them in my display tank, and I came to the realization that the pyramid butterflies, you can't really tell from this angle, but they're yellow, white, and they got like gray or black on the face. They are very closely colored to my fox face. And as soon as I released them in the 240, the fox face was the first one. He was on both of them, just picking on them. And after the fox face, then all the other fish started picking on them. And I know when you get a new fish in the tank, everybody's checking it out. Everybody's getting maybe a little aggressive while they're checking the new fish out. But it looked like the pyramids were just totally getting the poops kicked out of them. So I fished them out and I put them in the 50. Well, that was on Tuesday. Wednesday morning, one of them was dead, which, you know, that's my fault. I should have just put them in the 50 and not necessarily quarantined them, but kind of got them used to my water, my routines, my lighting schedule, what and when I feed, and I didn't do that. So that's bad on me. Another lesson learned. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with this guy here in the corner. He's just chilling out right now. Hopefully he's doing well. I haven't really looked at him much this morning, but I can leave him in the 50-gallon, and that'll just be his permanent home, or I can find somebody that wants him and either trade him or sell him. Eventually the plan is to get the 50-gallon and turn it into a frag grow out tank. The only fish that I'm really looking to add to the 240 after this is going to be a trigger fish. The research that I've done, about the only thing I could probably safely get in there and have corals will be the blue jaw trigger. I know some people have had it's got two names that I know of, the red tooth trigger or the Niger trigger. It's basically a black trigger fish. A lot of people have said they've had luck with those in corals. So I'm going to do some more research on it. But that'll most likely be the last fish going into the 240. Like I said, there's more to come, a lot more learning, a lot more figuring what works, what doesn't work, and I'll do my best to keep y'all updated. This has run pretty long. I wanted to keep it under 10, and I'm pushing 15, so in case you're wondering, I've got a air pump on timer, and it blows through a wood stone into the inlets of my return pumps. So every hour for 1 minute, the tank gets I call it a bub scrub. I've read that occasional bubbles in the tank helps the coral shed unused, I guess it's like a slime coat. but I've heard there's a lot of benefits to running bubbles through the tank. Alright, like I said, I've rambled on long enough. I'll let y'all get on with your day. This is the September video. I'll post more once I've gotten the Vibrant in and have had a chance to run it in the tank for a day or two. So maybe next week, maybe the week after, there'll be another video to come. Alright, y'all have a blessed day.